Oh, Richie.
Oh no.
Oh, Richie.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. All right, Richie. Live from the NFL draft. I don't think. How about that? Live from the NFL draft. Technology is really fun. My name is MJ Hurley, and we are here at the Caesars Forum in Las Vegas, Nevada. MJ and Richie. We've been causing a little bit of trouble today. Richie, give me a little bit of a breakdown of the NFL draft experience. How you've been feeling so far?
Well, I'm still a little sore from that 40-yard dash.
Richie, I don't think you are coming through your microphone. As far as I know. At least I cannot hear you in my headphones. So we're going to double check this real quick. Yeah, I believe you were just coming through my microphone, which hypothetically is okay, but we'd like you to have your own. While Richie works on his technical difficulties, we'll just get a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on here at the Caesars Forum in Las Vegas, Nevada. We had round one of the NFL draft last night. Let me just say, from being in Cleveland last year, I don't want to diss Cleveland whatsoever because it's a great town. They did a very good job hosting the NFL draft under some difficult circumstances. Let's just say that. However, having the draft in Las Vegas, you cannot beat it. The town is just embracing it. The Raiders fans have embraced being in Las Vegas. And across the board, it's more entertaining. There are more people. And again, part of that is because of COVID. So I don't want to knock Cleveland too much. And I've only been to the draft. This is my second time. But I've had the time of my life. Went to the pool today. So I got a couple hours of sun before we were out here, before we were actually, getting to work. Richie and I did some exploring separately. We did some exploring together. We've been hanging out with some friends in the media workroom, getting things done, meeting new people, having a lot of fun. So I've just overall been very much enjoying everything that we've been able to do here across the board. If you're wondering where Bruce is right now, Bruce is having some technical difficulties, unfortunately, and he is working on getting his computer up and running. So Bruce will be here in a moment. Really just a lot of technical difficulties across the board because Richie is also struggling still to get this headset connected. And yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. So a little bit of a preview of what we've got going on tonight. Rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft. At least Bruce and one of Richie or I are going to be here at all times. I'm doing some things for Game On Wisconsin on the side. Obviously, my heart and home is here at Third Down Thursdays. But got to stay true to the Packers coverage as well, and Game On has been very nice to me, so we're sticking around there. And then, so we'll have at least a couple of us here at all times. That's no questions asked. And then we're going to have full coverage of rounds 2 and 3. Bruce has the Beast, the Athletic Draft Guide, ready and waiting. So whenever he makes his way in here, he will be ready to go. And we'll probably have more in-depth coverage than I will, to be perfectly honest, because he has that, and I just wing it around here, as Bruce likes to say. But I think Richie has figured out his technical difficulties. At least he believes so. So, Richie, if you want to come back in, what do we got?
Hello. Can you hear me still? Or no?
The only now is going to be a slight echo.
Well, we're going to have to deal with it.
Yes, we will. We will deal with it.
I mean, you can hear there's so much noise around here anyway.
Well, yes, there's a lot of noise, but I can also hear myself, which is not a good thing because that means everybody else can hear me. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to move my microphone over this way, and we're going to work on that. So I wonder what the best way to do this is.
Why don't we just use one microphone? And I'll just be my. Oh.
That works. Okay. So we're going to do here. My microphone is going to do all of the work. The biggest issue right now is in front of my face. And I'm chilling right here. So the camera is going to be a little shoddy. It's the biggest difficulty we're going to have here. We're just going to move over a little bit. Richie and I are going to get nice.
We're going to cuddle.
Hi. Hi, guys. It's really fun in here. I really wish Bruce was here because he would be having a heyday with this. But, Richie, as I was saying before, just give me a little breakdown. NFL draft experience. You did some exploring today. I lost my camera. How did that happen? Hello?
You're back.
Hello?
You're back.
No,
You're
I'm not.
Oh, no, you're on the. Oh.
Now I'm back.
Yeah, there you
go. Now you're in the.
We love it here.
So we might just want to go to both of us on the same camera at this point because we're doing really good around here. You can keep that on to here, but we may as well just go to one camera because we're doing really good.
It's fine. So I want to back out.
There's only 2 idiots watching us at this point. If you are watching, thank you very much. Subscribe, tune in, all that good stuff. But we are going to try and get both Richie and I here at this point. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And now you get full screen me and Richie, which is very terrifying. And I don't particularly like that. But Richie, give us a little breakdown, NFL draft experience. What did you see today?
I will say, you know how people call New York like the city that never sleeps?
Yes.
That's wrong.
That's wrong?
That's wrong.
Tell me why.
It's Vegas. Vegas is the answer.
Okay.
I'm telling you, there's stuff going on everywhere.
Okay.
People are walking around everywhere. If nothing closes, it's just a giant party.
So a giant party is what we have going on here. Right now, I believe Tampa Bay is on the clock. They're supposed to have their eye on a defensive lineman, apparently. However, Richie, last night the Green Bay Packers made some interesting choices, according to most people. Did not select a wide receiver in the first round, as everybody likes to say, for the 20th time since 2002. So, Richie, what did you think of the Packers draft choices last night? You didn't really get a chance to go crazy because Bruce and Eric were ripping me to shreds.
And I was busy doing
it. And you were busy in the press conferences. So give me your thoughts on the Packers draft choices from last night.
Well, I'm one of those guys that would have preferred to get a receiver, but if you're going to go defense, go for the guys that were on the best defense in college football, probably in history. So I'm content with getting 2 Georgia guys. I'm perfectly fine with it. I think I saw a stat this morning. The last time we drafted a linebacker and a defensive tackle, it was B.J. Raji and Clay Matthews.
And Richie, did they do okay?
They did fantastic.
I think they did.
Clay Matthews is a borderline Hall of Famer.
Borderline Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, that's a hot take. I'm okay with it.
B.J. Raji's B.J. Raji.
Okay.
So if that can work out like that, then let's go.
So it was funny because I did one mock draft. I don't like doing them. I'm not very good at them, and they mostly just annoy me. I did one mock draft, and I actually mocked Devontae Wyatt to the Packers at 22 in that draft. And one of my buddies at Primetime Sports Talk responded to it and said, MJ, there's no way that the Packers take Devontae Wyatt. He's too old because he's nearing 24. Every other first-round pick the Packers have made in the last few years had specific thresholds. Devontae Wyatt didn't technically meet those thresholds because he's pushing 24. So, Richie, is there anything at all, or is it just stupid Twitter crap? Is there anything at all to the Packers breaking their thresholds that they've had the last few years under Brian Daboll?
He can't score points. He's a kicker, too.
I mean, Twitter's going to Twitter. they'll get mad about anything. So, I mean, plus it's just a bunch of meatheads on Twitter. Like, oh, if they don't get the biggest name, they're gonna freak out no matter what.
Right.
PFF has Devontae Wyatt as their 17th best player in the entire draft.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you listen to what PFF says and believe their numbers, we got him at what, 26? Where did we Wyatt?
Oh, 28.
28. So 17th best PFF, we got him at 28. That's decent value.
So the pick people really are questioning though is Quay Walker. Devontae Wyatt was regarded as one of the best interior defensive linemen in the draft coming in. That people are actually saying Packers got appropriate or decent value sitting there at the spot they got him at 28. Quay Walker, however, at 22. I mean, I was surprised when the pick happened. Bruce and Eric tried to talk me out of it. They were unable to. But Richie, you get a speedy linebacker again from, like you said, one of the best defenses in college football last year. What do you think that pick does for the Packers defense?
Oh, he kind of reminds me of Roquan Smith a little bit.
Okay.
He's taller, and I'm pretty sure he's a little more lengthier. So that guy can cover end to end like crazy. He's going to be all over the field. He's going to help out Jair. He's going to help out Darnell. He's going to help Amos. He's going to help, instead of getting Kevin King out, I thought my mic cut out. Instead of getting Kevin King out there to try to cover tight end, go get him to cover the tight end. Because God forbid, every single time Kevin King gets on the field, bad things happen.
Don't get me started.
So
don't get me started on Kevin King.
Like I said, if you're going to get any defensive players, get them from Georgia. And I'm happy with it. I would have liked the receiver. Hopefully, we can get a receiver in the next two rounds or so.
So, yeah, that leads to my next area I want to go over before we get to some more national storylines. Okay, no, if you're going to do that while I'm live, you got to come over here. Oh, okay. We got Joe.
An obscene gesture.
Flipping me off and yelling at me. I told him if he's going to do that while I'm live, then at least come over here. So, by the way, Tampa Bay, 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. It appears they're going to make that selection. After getting a lot of phone calls today, looking into that pick. However, Richie, last question on the Packers specifically before we go a little bit more national. How many, and I will say pass catchers, because there's a couple big name tight ends that Green Bay could possibly go after today. How many pass catchers do you want the Packers to take in the second and third rounds?
I don't want them to just get seven or eight of them and just see which one pans out. I don't want them. I don't want them to just throw darts. So if they can find a receiver that they really like at a pick that's valuable, I say go for it. So, if they can get maybe two, I'll be okay.
Okay. And then Ian Rappaport did say, for what it's worth, that the Packers are looking to move up. Now, obviously, they have to find a trade partner. Do you want the Packers to move up to go get a receiver, or would you rather they take best available at that position if they see fit when it comes to 50?
See, I'm one of those guys. I know that you don't want them to trade up. You don't really want them to get a receiver, or at least trading up to get a receiver. But look at our room. You have
Alan Lazard,
who is I really like. But we have Sammy Watkins, who's washed up. Amari Rodgers, who's never really a receiver.
Malik Taylor.
Who the hell is that?
Juwan Winfrey.
Yeah, exactly. You're proving my point.
Josiah DeGuara.
He's okay.
Mercedes Lewis.
Oh, he retired.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Don't BS.
He retired. He retired like a month ago.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He's still there.
No, look it up.
my entire hairline. It's actually your hair, so it doesn't look big.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
They're not cutting a patch on the back of your head and leaving any embarrassing.
He still is under contract, my guy.
He literally retired.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
I wanted to wait until I saw real results because they say after about.
He did not retire.
I could have
Richie,
sworn I
what
saw
are
some.
you on?
I could have sworn that he retired.
So
Hold on.
Richie, he did. I promise you, he did not retire because you know why? Packers Twitter would have freaked out, and it would have been all I saw for a month.
If you're interested in learning more,
I promise you, he did not retire. He's still.
Okay, we're gonna.
Aaron Rodgers would not be there if he retired.
We're gonna.
What are you?
Maybe I read the internet wrong. I mean,
Yes.
that's very possible.
Okay.
But continue with your question. We're just gonna move past that.
Green Bay's on the clock.
Oh my gosh.
Did they just move up?
Okay. Joe's coming over here starting some stuff. Joe, why don't you just
Is
tell
it
the
Malik
people?
Willis time for the Packers, folks? People are asking.
Green Bay is on the clock.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna welcome in Joe, our resident knows everyone and everything.
Just got done hanging out with Trey Wingo.
There you go. Hate you just a little bit.
And you didn't invite us?
So, Joe, Packers are at 33 or 34? 34. So, there it is. Trade. Who are the Packers selecting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I don't know. I didn't get a name. My phone is over there. I left it because I want to be surprised.
So, you're going to – I feel bad for Third Down Thursdays.
They
Because,
are 53 59. So this is their pick in the second round. They moved up twice.
wow.
So whoever it is going to be the guy that is going to be a receiver.
And they gave the Vikings
Pickens?
53 and 59.
This could
They
be.
traded with the Vikings.
This could be Pickens, but you know what? I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Watson. Since everybody says they
That's
can
what he likes. He likes
everybody
Watson.
connects dots with him. He could be that guy.
I would love, with all of my heart, mind, and soul, and my body too, if this is not a receiver.
Well, yeah, no, he wants it for the content.
I want the chaos.
No,
Yeah.
I won the Super Bowl. That's good content.
No, so here's the thing. I want them to move. I want them to move up in front of the Bears, just to get Pickens, just to piss off the Bears.
Oh, that would be
That's
great too.
because Bears Twitter wants Pickens so bad, and
That I will
if we
just
can move up and snag him in front of the Bears,
Why?
Straight Bulldogs too.
yeah,
Welcome to Atlanta with a blaze.
Got
literally
some-
just changing the colors on the G's.
Love you.
So, Joe, I'll bring you on what we were talking about. I just asked Richie how many pass catchers he wanted them to get today.
we're
He
not going
said
to talk
2.
about the other one.
And that's before we traded 53 and 59 to go up. My question to you is twofold. Number one, if we get a wide receiver here, do you want another pass catcher in round 3? And number 2, what do you think of giving those 2 picks to Minnesota?
Minnesota doesn't have a good history of selecting players, so I don't give a shit. The White Queens, I don't care.
That's fair.
Okay. Except Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss.
Blind squirrel finds another one.
Yeah, clock's right twice. You know,
Chris Carter.
they didn't draft him.
Oh, they didn't draft them. Yeah, you're right.
Look at Aaron Jones.
Oh my gosh, Aaron Jones walking out onto the stage with his sombrero.
Yeah, I love it.
You know what? I'll say this: if it's a receiver,
And that was a fast pick, too.
I think it's probably either Pickens or Watson. I think, but you know what? I would say I want 2 of them today. The Packers are on the clock right now.
Aaron Jones wearing a sombrero on the stage.
They just traded up to make this pick. And let's find out who they're picking.
Christian Watson
Christian Watson. That was
out of North Dakota State.
That's why I said he fits.
That is the guy I wanted.
That he fits. He, you know,
I'm okay with that.
What they have on the board right there on NFL Network.
Big tall guy for
Marquez
Rodgers,
Valdez-Scantling.
6'4".
If you want a replacement for the speed that the Packers lost by losing Devontae Adams and MVS, that is the guy that you want right there.
I love the big
Wow.
look. I'm not a guy that subscribes to like
This is one of the
RAS scores being named off, right?
Right.
That's just not me. Okay, I feel like
They allowed Detroit to get James.
analytics are a tool, not a rule.
Yeah.
And I think, but there is some truth in getting guys that are highly athletic. I think you're the best athlete on the field. I mean, Lamar Jackson's a perfect case. Every
We look at Tebow, look at Tyree.
He literally is the best athlete on the field. This is the type of guy who's the best athlete on the field for North Dakota State. He fits the mold, and I actually think coming out, he's better than MVS coming out. That's just me.
And that's wow. Packers trade up to select Christian Watson.
And I've always been a big advocate for you give Aaron Rodgers a receiver that's 6'3" and up, like a Megatron type player. Look out. And because they got Lazard, and now we got I think he's faster than Devontae Adams as well.
Teps is in here. He says, "Let's go." My actual dad is in here. Says,
My
"Wow."
actual dad.
What did they give up, Teps? 53 and 59 got sent to the Minnesota Vikings for wide receiver Christian Watson at the 34th overall pick. Again, we're going to say it over and over again. Other notable receivers for the Packers to get selected in the second round: Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, Devontae Adams. The Packers find gold in the second and third round, and that's what they have done now. So for all of the people who were freaking out yesterday when they didn't draft a wide receiver, Packers got their wide receiver. It's a guy that can do all of the things Green Bay needs him to do, all of the things that the Packers need him to do. And Aaron Rodgers has his guy now. He's got his future number one, because something, Joe, he said last night on the Pat McAfee show when he was talking about Devontae Adams, he said, I thought he was going to take the money and play with me for another few years.
A few years what stands out.
So this is somebody that in the next few years will be a number one for Aaron Rodgers, and that's what you need. Hopefully.
And here's the thing, they must have an idea that Tennessee or the Jets were trying to get up.
I would think it would have to be Tennessee.
And then he took Roger Cooper. So that could be a knee-jerk reaction to it.
Because you would think if they really wanted a receiver, they would have taken Pickens
Exactly.
right after. But wow, you came up to me earlier and said Packers are trading up. Luckily, you got back in time.
Well, no, I came back inside.
Oh, you
It's
did?
too hot outside.
It is a little hot outside.
That's why I don't want to shoot today.
And still, even with it being hot, I ran a faster 40-yard dash
Like a
in my
millisecond.
suit
Like a millisecond.
than Richie. It was a 5.52. He ran a 5.68.
Richie never claimed to be fast, though, did he?
I've never
Oh
claimed to
my
be
God,
fast.
Joe, you are changing your tone now.
No. Just because he didn't claim it, he still got his ass whooped. Okay?
Is losing by a millisecond really getting your ass whipped though?
No, a millisecond is the
Whatever. I'm not
So
numbers.
if you come in second, that still means you're the first loser, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
you know,
you ain't first or last.
There you
I
go.
will say that I am also injured. I have 2 blisters on my feet.
Want some idol?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
I'll get some Maxi Pass.
We can go to the ladies section.
Some little
Take care of you.
athlete's cream or something too.
Oh my gosh. This is why we can't have nice things here, dude. Oh my gosh, Richie.
Well, the Jets just traded.
Did the Jets traded into this pick, or they traded out?
I think we're trading out of it.
Okay. So they're going.
No, they're trading anyway.
Okay. Who was supposed to be a 36?
I thought it was the Jets.
I guess
The
it
Jets were on
was.
the screen. I don't have everything.
Oh boy, we got a big one.
This is going to be interesting. So the Jets, who correct me if I'm wrong, pushed back into the back end of the first round last night, are now trading up.
The Jets had a ton of big stuff.
Yes, and they are not afraid to use them. They already have Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson, who's the guy I wanted in Green Bay. Wow. That is, this is going to be fun. They could be hopping up to get tickets. If you want to surround Zach Wilson with talent, Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, they've already got Kid Moore from last year.
Look at what Tup said again.
What did Tep say? Yeah, Elijah Moore.
It's not announced.
Vikes let the Lions and Packers move up. What is going on?
Well, the Vikings are going to
That I put out a tweet today about the Vikings getting hosed by the Lions, and it's continuous. True.
If you're listening to your car right now, to us,
Literally.
No, here's the thing. Check this out. Let's talk about the Vikings. Packers training the Vikings. And I'm trying to be tongue in cheek, but I'm being somewhat serious when I say
Yeah.
that. Can you imagine if Christian Watson becomes a 14 or 15-yard receiver in the next few years, and torches the Vikings like Randy Moss torches Green Bay, and they draft the corners, he still torch them. Can you picture the disdain in what Paul Allen is going to say with that? Because thank you, Paul.
Oh my gosh. It's and the best thing is they probably won't even pick a corner with their next pick. Like you just gave Aaron Rodgers a wide receiver. What are they thinking? I don't comprehend. Yeah, this is jersey. Walker is jersey numbers. Yeah, Walker is number 7. They kept their Georgia jersey numbers. But what are they thinking? I feel like that's supposed to be one of the number 1 rules in sports. You don't trade with your rivals, especially to give them. And they just gave Jameson Williams to the Lions and Christian Watson to the Packers when they have no secondary to speak of.
So when you have a new GM, right? All rules go out the window because you know what he's thinking. He may not care if it's a division, but if the numbers suggest that
that's good value,
let's do it, no matter where you're at. But I think when it comes to being inside your division, that goes out the window. The price has to go up. And, with the Vikings, look.
Do you think maybe it could be the Vikings and the Packers collaborating to screw with Bears? Like,
Bears are on the radar. Like, really, that division is...
None of them are.
Yeah, none of them are. So, I mean...
Do you think they just don't care until Rodgers is gone?
Pretty much. No. And think about it. So those are what we were talking about last night on the recap show, right? I said that, they're trying to build a defense so Jordan Love takes off. Right?
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers did say a few years, but that was thinking Devontae was coming back.
Fair. So is he
Are
gone
you kidding me?
after this year?
Brees Hall to the Jets.
Oh.
What? The Jets are on fire.
Look at his face.
So now you've got Brees Hall and Michael Carter.
The Jets are on
The
fire.
two Jets running backs. You've got Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, and they have their Darrelle Revis corner.
Don't forget your guy from Baylor coming in stuff. When it hasn't touched the field too much, everybody loves one of them. Denzel Mims.
Oh, Denzel Mims.
Forgot about him.
Yeah. That's going to be.
I watched Brees Hall play UNLV this year.
Yeah.
And I was thoroughly impressed. Not just because UNLV is what it is, but the little things and how he moved in and out of things, I love it. I think he's. Even watching him in the bowl game as well. The bowl game was what really stood out to me because he put him on his back.
I will say, the Jets are on something. They are absolutely drinking something different or something because this draft this year is fantastic.
Which is something that you haven't been able to say about the Jets.
Exactly.
For a
I don't
decent
know
amount
what
of
the
time.
hell is going on with them, but this draft is fantastic.
Joe Douglas is living up to his first name. Great.
Oh my gosh. Well, I really wish Bruce was in here.
Yeah, I wish Bruce was too, but
Here we go. Malik Willis. Atlanta just sent number 43 and 114 to the Giants for 38.
I don't like that.
I know you don't want
I don't like
Malik
a lot of
to Atlanta.
And I'll be right back.
Yeah, go do a little digging. Once again, always a pleasure to have Joe on. He's going to see if he can dig up any information about what's going on with Malik Willis, see if he's hearing anything on that front. Jalen Petrie to Houston.
Love it.
We've got our Houston friends right over here right now. They love the pick, ESPN's Houston radio.
They have that really good safety as well.
A
other safety as
hometown
well.
ish guy from Baylor. That's honestly somebody, Richie, that I would have liked Green Bay to snag with one of their picks. But clearly he was valued much higher than a 53 range that Green Bay would have been able to get him. Interesting. Any word from Bruce on what's going on?
I have not heard anything from him.
Nope, his computer is still not working, which is great. So we're just gonna have to create all the content here in Vegas, grab some people around
It's not like
us,
we've been
see
doing
what
it the
we
entire
can
time
do.
anyway. So
What's up?
it's not like we've been doing it the entire time anyway.
You right. We've been carrying the show. It's fine. So with Atlanta moving up to 38, I know I just said it. I know Joe's seeing what he can find. Do you think that's Atlanta moving up from Malik Willis?
I mean, it would have to be, right? Because who do they have? Marcus Mariota?
Yeah. At some point in this draft, they have to get a quarterback.
Yeah. Why not? If you wait too long, he's gone.
Right. And the idea
Didn't
today
they
was,
get? Who do they get? Which they got the one Jake London or London guy, right?
Drake London.
Yeah.
And so you have the ability
You need a
to
quarterback
hand
throw that
Malik
now.
Willis, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Cordell Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good start.
And then obviously Ridley when he comes back next year.
Right.
You have him for the future as well.
Exactly. So, hypothetically, and again, this is hypothetical if that's where Atlanta is going.
It would be I don't see really
a bigger need on that
bigger
team,
need than a
other than
quarterback.
a franchise quarterback. Because Atlanta sent Matt Ryan to the Colts. Who, by the way, the Colts, they've done a masterful job. Jim Irsay and everybody over there on
That GM is a psychopath.
what?
That coach GM over there, he's a psycho.
And the
He's
Eagles
fantastic.
as well. Both teams were able to move on from Carson Wentz respectively and produce extra draft
Respectfully,
well, not like the way they did it. Like they both.
because I was going to say Jim Irsay literally ran into the room and said, "Trade that man."
Yeah, it's not what I was saying. Respectfully, like they each respectfully treat it.
Yeah.
Do you know how English works?
I get it. I was trying to be.
Right. Both teams were able to move on from Carson Wentz and actually add draft capital in the process, which is very impressive. But I've got to think, sitting here in Vegas, that they have to be moving up for a quarterback. I know that's what all those fans hanging out there want. Because if the Falcons make this trade, I don't know.
If you're trading up, you're got to be getting someone better. You're not trading up for a need pick. You're trading up for a best player.
And after the Packers select Christian Watson, not Brian Gutekunst, but their football operations director, Milt Hendrickson, is speaking to the media in Green Bay. Not Goody, but Milt Hendrickson.
Well, Goody's busy.
That's interesting.
Goody's busy.
So does that tell you that he's still making moves?
It tells me exactly. It tells me that he's working hard and he doesn't have time for this media crap.
Because we have an extra pick in the 4th round, I believe, that we can play around with. So a move up in the 3rd could be possible as well. You can move up from 92. So what I said yesterday, Packers are really looking at Jelani Woods. That is the guy they want in the 3rd round. They could be looking to try and figure out where that would be. Atlanta is about to select. Roger Goodell is at the podium. Got a little bit of some sort of tribute to Atlanta going on that I don't particularly care about, but we're going to sit here and watch it, respect the good city of Atlanta. Yeah, honestly, I cannot tell you off the top of my head who they would be picking. However, Chicago is up next.
What do you think Chicago is going to do now? Or about Pickens, I would assume, right?
I would assume so.
Because we got Watson, so
right. I would assume, and I can't wait, Richie. And I know Bruce will do this, and I know Eric will do this. They're going to talk themselves into being like, "Oh my gosh, can you believe the Packers didn't draft Pickens? They took Christian Watson. Can you believe they didn't draft Pickens?"
Yeah. And yet, I have all my Bears fans saying that, the Packers are going to draft Pickens. Bears are going to draft them. I guarantee you, yeah.
Yeah.
Once they draft Pickens,
They're going to say, oh my gosh, we got
We're
the
gonna
better
flip it.
deal. The Packers traded with the Vikings. Why would you do that? They're going to find some way to rip into it. We got the pick coming in. Sorry, 2022 NFL draft.
But another good running back in this class, and it's almost a guarantee now. One of the third-round picks is probably going to be a running back. What? Maybe trade back into the second round.
The Falcons did not take Malik Willis.
that's such. I don't like that pick.
So
I don't
then,
like that pick at all.
the next spot for Malik is Seattle.
Seattle would be a good place to go.
And after that, there's New York.
I mean, Indy. How long?
Giants.
I mean, how long do you think Matt Ryan can last? They can sit under Matt Ryan for a year or two.
That's not the type of system that you can put in. It's a completely.
That's right. It's not. It's more of a drop back West Coast.
So the next spot is either Seattle or Detroit. Have to be, and Detroit was linked to him in the first round.
Washington? Stay in that area?
So, but it's possible.
The Liberty's in that area.
Yeah, it's possible, but I don't see it being super likely.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But yeah, I would say probably Seattle is the best option.
Didn't have to move up for their guys off their guys. And now the Seattle Seahawks might be
I don't like that pick at all. Your franchise is going nowhere. You have no star power on the team.
Well, but
other than Pitts.
Here's what I will say to defend Atlanta. Tom Brady's still in that division. As much as I just love.
So what are you gonna do? Wait it out?
Brady, I think they're gonna wait till next year because the quarterback class next year is very, very good. My question though is, did they really love Arnold that much that they would trade up, sacrifice an additional pick in the fourth round to go get him? I know it's just a fourth round pick, but for developing a franchise, draft picks are everything. So you really got to be confident that that's a guy you want to move up to get in the high second round if you're not doing that for a quarterback. I can understand not moving up.
But they're stuck right now in this like football purgatory where they're not good enough to get middle of the round draft picks. They're not bad enough to get top 3,
right,
top 5 pick. You need to do something to get your fan base going and at least give them some sort of hope. Right now, they have Marcus Mariota as a quarterback. Their best receivers got suspended for betting. They have Kyle Pitts, but he was good last year, but it was hard getting him the ball because they have no other weapons. Because Ridley was out with his mental health issues,
and then he got suspended.
For betting because he was out for mental health issues.
That poor guy. And he lost the bet.
Well, yeah,
he didn't even win the bet.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you hit a massive parlay, that's one thing.
My man didn't say something. I feel like the rule needs to be if you make money betting on sports,
or if you bet on your own team.
And he lost though. That's the thing. I feel like
he bet on them to win,
and
they lost.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
so,
I understand betting on your own team, but also when you're not playing, that's one thing. Betting on them to win when you're not playing. Really?
But also, he's not playing, so he can't necessarily influence the game himself. So, and also he lost the bet. So I really feel like I get what they're trying to do.
Are referees not allowed?
Well,
bet on games.
They're not allowed to do fantasy football. They're not allowed to do betting.
Really?
No, yeah. Because fantasy football is also kind of sort of betting because not really betting, but they can influence the game,
right?
If they have a player that they're referring, But
that's hilarious. Oh my gosh!
I just feel like that I mean, I get it. They have to be hard because sports betting is now becoming a huge part of
Right.
sports now. Every sport
I still
league
can't
is-
believe.
Yeah.
I still can't believe.
Every sports league is, getting a bet of those companies.
Yeah.
So you have to come down hard to, let them know, hey, this is not going to tolerate this league.
Yeah, which I
But
get.
like at the same, you look at it like he didn't lose. He wasn't with the team. He can't influence it. It's like really.
Like, come on, dude. Let the man live a little.
But also, if you're really, you got to be smarter about it. This man used. He didn't use a bookie. He didn't have someone pay for him.
He didn't have his buddy. He didn't text him and say, "Hey, Richie,
Yeah.
can you put a little bet? You live in Illinois. Can you put a little $20 down on the Falcons?"
Yeah.
No,
He didn't.
he said, "I'm gonna drive my happy self down to Florida and type in Calvin Ridley into my FanDuel account." And the Bears. Okay, we have the Bears selection. We got Bears legend Matt Forte.
And Sebastian Maniscalco.
What?
Sebastian Maniscalco, the meetings.
They drafted a corner. Oh my
That's great.
God.
Where's Bruce?
Where is Bruce when you need him? Tyler Gordon, a 5'11" corner out of Washington. Wow.
I love it.
That is something right there.
Is there a possibility? Now, this is just wishful thinking by my part.
Yes.
George
Albert Breer
Pickens.
tweeted out, "Who's this guy?"
George Pickens drops to the third round. We trade up to get him. George Pickens and Watson.
I would be shocked if Pickens dropped.
Hey, listen,
As a gambler, I don't want anyone involved in sport betting games. That's fair. And that's legit. Yeah, it's just rough when you're not playing. Like, I wholeheartedly understand anybody actively involved. Bears drafted a corner.
They need help.
They got to cover Christian Watson.
Where's Eric? Is that Eric?
Yeah,
Where's he at?
he's not here
Oh,
right
he's
now.
not in there.
Neither is Bruce.
So I'm gonna say, we don't have receivers. Why do they need to drop the corner? I mean, that's
a great question.
Hey, it's corner receivers are so bad.
And I thought Jalen Johnson was so good.
Oh my God. Second coming until we've seen what happens when you get off the line and really start playing.
Right.
You kind of look like.
But I would laugh my ass off if,
Wait, why is this guy here in person?
There's a few guys that's here.
I've never heard of this man.
He thought he was going round one.
I've never heard of this man.
Never heard of this man in my life. And this is where I'm being honest. I know Washington produces some good corners, some good players.
You know who is also a Washington corner?
You better not say it. If you say it, I got a story behind it. I guarantee you.
Say it.
Kevin King.
So,
Here you go.
Sidney Jones, the fourth, is my nephew's best friend. They played together on West Covina Dock when I've known since he was 8 years old.
Okay.
Sid got married
All right, now I see
last
it.
summer.
Resemblance done.
We went back to the wedding. My son and I, right? My 20-year-old son and I. My nephew's the best man at the wedding. Kevin King's there.
Oh no.
I didn't go to the wedding. My son didn't go. My son said, "Dad, I don't want to go because if I see him, I'm going to slap the shit out of him." I'm going to tell him he sucks straight to his face. I'm going to fight while we're there.
You know what? I wouldn't blame him. I would have done it
gonna
too.
throw it.
He goes, "I'll wait till after the service. It's going to be during the reception, and I'm beating the shit out of him in the reception. Because I'm going to beat his ass like Scotty Miller beat his ass off the line in the first half. He cost us a Super Bowl." That's my son's exact words.
Oh my gosh.
My son is the best.
Can we have your son on our show?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that is amazing.
I'll hit him right now. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Is he a Packers fan
I'm
too?
gonna beat his ass
Let's
like
get him in
Scotty
here.
Miller beat his ass.
Oh my gosh.
I raised the grill.
Oh, you did. Because that anybody who knows me knows, and I always preface it with I have nothing against Kevin King as a person.
Yeah, we do.
I'm sure he's a great guy, but I never wanted him to touch the football field in the green and gold again. I could not. Richie, Seattle's pick is in. You think Seattle's going Malik Willis? I know Mina Kimes was begging
You know what?
them
For
to draft.
Kimes' sake, I really hope they get Malik Willis.
Oh my gosh. Joe, Malik Willis, maybe?
I hope.
Seattle?
I'm so glad that he did not go to Atlanta for a bunch of reasons that are all personal. He's looking out for his best interests.
And the logic I gave for Atlanta not picking Malik was the draft next year is so deep in quarterbacks. They're going to be really bad this year. So they can find their guy next year without
Bryce,
having
DJ,
to.
Bryce, DJ, you name it. Like, there's going to be guys that are top 5 pick guys. So
Right.
you have to like that for them.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh,
they can't
this
be
is
confident of Drew Lock. They can't be.
Oh, I forgot they have Drew Lock. They're safe.
They can't be.
They don't need Malik Willis. They have Drew Lock. Wow.
Wow.
They took Mafe.
Wow.
Like, hey, they're on the clock again, so
Oh, they have back-to-back
Oh, that's
picks?
right. They have back picks.
Oh, okay.
so it don't really matter. They can be on the phone. I'm like, hey, man, what do you do?
I'm sorry. So what is their thought process hypothetically drafting the one person 40th and the one person 41st?
Money.
Okay. How much difference is
I
there?
don't know.
Like
I'm not a
$5,000?
capologist.
I know you're not a capologist.
I don't know anything about the salary cap. I don't pretend to either. I'm just saying I don't pretend
No,
to
that's
the salary
fair.
cap.
I'm a tweet at Ken right now and ask him
I don't
what's
know
the
Ken,
difference between 40 and 41 in the second round.
Probably a few $100,000.
Because I'm honestly curious. What's the difference between the money given to the 40th and 41st? Because I guess it really is just, Mom, can we have Jair Alexander? The Bears. We have Jair Alexander at home. Kyle Corner.
Like, this is they're all not happy. They are all not happy whatsoever.
Well, because isn't somebody in there a Falcons fan too?
No,
Kyler
one's a
Gordon, I
Lions.
can get down with that. Okay, no, you can't.
Maybe the Bears owners said that's what they didn't take.
Well, that's probably what Aaron Rodgers said.
That's what I'm saying.
Virginia is 100 years old. She doesn't know what the hell is
No,
going
we're
on.
talking about Aaron Rodgers. Virginia doesn't know the team. Rodgers.
No, I like-
I'm not. Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's right.
talking about the actual owner,
Right.
Not Virginia McClaskey. Come on, Richie, come on.
I'm-
know you're-
come on,
I know you're
Richie.
slow- I know you're slow around the 40, but don't tell me you're slow otherwise, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Spit on my Gatorade.
Hey, Richie, I love you, bro.
Hey, man,
You're a
hey,
good dude, man.
I'm a guy. Hey, I can take it.
That's true.
Ooh. Wow.
What does that mean for Rashad Penny?
I like that.
Walker. I brought something up today just because we were with them the last couple of days, right?
Who?
Kayvon Thibodeau and Malik Willis, right?
Yeah.
So my thought is this: what if the Giants drafted him?
I was thinking that
Malik
too.
Willis? You know what?
Daniel Jones, fifth year option, is in there.
Yeah,
They
they're not. They don't really like him that much right now.
That's the next spot.
It's Indianapolis, which is Matt Ryan.
That's what I was saying. Let him learn on the Matt Ryan for a year or two, or however long Matt Ryan's got left.
Is that the type of system Malik would do well in?
They can make it around him.
No, the Colts.
That I don't know. I think the Giants would be.
Well, yeah, it's much more. Yeah.
Whatever, like, with his system, I think that would be a pretty good little. I'd be a good fit. We could work with the quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're very similar in their athletic.
Huh.
I don't mean to rate your shows.
No, you're fine. You're always welcome. We're out here in the open. I don't care who joins. I would get our Houston guys on if they weren't busy.
Yeah, we made friends,
Man,
kind of.
damn. So we got
Great food, great stuff.
Indianapolis,
Thursdays.
Kiddos, Cleveland, Baltimore.
Well,
What do you think about Detroit?
I can see it.
Well, because what we're looking at right now is every team thinking in the near future has their starting quarterback.
Well, except for Washington.
No, I don't. For this year, the Colts have a quarterback for this year.
Right.
The Giants have a quarterback potentially, kind of, sort of, for this year.
I have no
Cleveland
idea.
has a quarterback, barring any type of suspension going forward. Baltimore, and we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it privately yesterday. Lamar Jackson is not a happy guy in Baltimore right now.
Yeah, they traded away his best friend.
But would drafting somebody
That would-
to replace him, would that help?
So you think, okay, so you think exactly.
Ask Aaron Rodgers.
So you got the Colts,
He's on the board.
the Giants, the Kitties, the Commanders, and then the Saints.
I mean, I would probably say Washington maybe would be a good
I know
spot.
they're interested to have somebody with them that says that they
And he's from that area too.
from Atlanta.
Well, I mean, like went to college from that. Liberty's from that area.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy Moffitt and Michigan State running back.
This is so. Without, I don't even.
I'm trying to.
This will be one of, unless Malik doesn't pan out, which obviously is all just speculation. This has to be one of the biggest slides in recent history, right?
How far did Geno Smith slide?
Did he slide like third round?
No second round. But like I don't know if it was like the first pick in the second round or about this time. But he's expected to be a first round guy. The Wings are on the clock. There's a trade. This could be a Malik Willis spot.
Do you think Malik Willis to Minnesota?
He was drafted second round, 39th.
So it's about this rounder spot.
So Minnesota just used the picks that we gave them, I would assume.
What if they probably one of them? Probably 53. Now, what if the Green Bay traded up and got 50 back into Pickens?
That's exactly what I was just saying earlier before you came back.
What if Pickens goes here?
Detroit is 4 big
See,
plays.
sometimes I'm smart.
Wait, you said the Vikings would take Pickens?
Nah, you know what? I'll go on a limb. I'm going on a limb.
Washington could be the spot.
On a limb. Small phone.
Yeah.
Empty. Malik Willis. Kirk Cousins and Captain Kirk and the guy. Captain Kirk and Dak Prescott are the same quarterback. How's that?
You're not wrong.
I agree with you on by saying that Kirk Cousins is the most average quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life.
And then Dak Prescott was born in there.
Like a running back without one of their third round picks.
You know, I will say that just pisses me off because he'd like to get tackled. You're really wrong. That's what
I like Dak though. Honestly,
no,
I think in the right season. But they get through 2023.
So they would have 2 years. Well,
Game of the day, guys. One more chance for them to get out this week. One last COD.
What's he
Get out of the draft.
Not a guy that could come and play right away. I don't think.
Sports Talk Radio.
You have 53, 30, and 6, and then receive a fourth back.
okay. They give him
So if they
53.
do go and get Malik Willis, that would kind of tell you why they probably traded with the Packers, because they kind of knew what they wanted to begin with.
Well, but they could have gotten Malik earlier if they wanted him.
They could have gotten a guy at that 2 spot.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to pay him the money, like you were saying earlier.
Champ of the day, boys. Here we go. Listener nomination. He nominated Skyborn Kama, football player, or board star. He says that's the first ballot.
That is the Vikings' first pick. Or they picked someone else. I thought they traded out.
They picked Sign yesterday.
That's the only one I've seen.
Yeah.
Look, I had him as
One of
a
these days I'll
day
get
2 guy
access.
on the Game On Wisconsin safety profiles and did the safety score on Wisconsin. There's things about him I like, but all of a sudden there's some New York guys like he was the guy.
No.
That's just me.
I'd like to nominate BK for using Bing as his search
Let's see if I'm right.
engine of choice.
I hope I'm
Yeah, you don't need access to
I won't root for him to be bad.
I'm gonna nominate Michael Stutz.
Oh, I'm glad you nominated. That's fortunate. My nomination is a little audio.
Yeah, let's go fix it.
Earlier,
You know, I just
there was
realized
a
too,
moment
Christian
where
Watson doesn't have to change
got out
colors.
of the bathroom, and our segment
And his dad
was
was
still
in
wrapping up. I don't lie.
Hey, boy.
Did his dad play for Green Bay?
And well,
Yep.
Cody, you didn't get to hear me do play-by-play of you running. So why don't we look back? My nomination is
And Marinaro.
Oh yeah, he's an actor. Played for the Vikings, Purple People Leaders. I got a story about him. I got to tell him.
Of course he does.
No, I'm dead serious. Oh no, wrong. Wow.
George Pickens?
That was great.
the Sutsy Shuffle.
road sandwich, baby.
Road sandwich.
That's what Ray Day wants to nominate as well. He wants to nominate the Road Sandwich.
Okay,
Ray Day?
defensive guy.
Road
Defensive
Sandwich.
guy.
You got one, Stutz?
Well, I'm going to nominate the road sandwich.
Road Stutz.
Road sandwich. You know what?
All right, just get to the pick, dude.
Boom. How about they get a chance to
This is why.
Yeah, you
How
know
about a Mendocino Farms road trip for all the folks listening in the car?
I have a problem.
that's strong.
Second.
Because it just lasts so long because they're just black.
Well, no. If I'm a player, I don't want somebody other than the industry or someone in the NFL announce my pick.
Well, there's that too, yeah. Although sometimes the guys that do it are pretty funny. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Drew Bears is great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Your
Trade
big
it, trade it up.
machine.
I'd like to nominate Sales Guy Q for helping.
Oh man, guess what?
I'd like to nominate
Show you why I like
for
this
smart work. Flipping around and making sure that
You got one too?
Yeah, I do. Richie, you got one?
Sean Bates back in the studio today. Nominate him. Nominate John Selber.
Why is he still talking?
Last second nomination. We did. These are basically you did great.
You got selected before sliced bread was a thing. I don't care.
Grant Tarkenton was your roommate.
Yeah. Honorable mention.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Yeah, she said make the pick. Somebody had to come out and tell this man to read the pick. He gonna fight her.
To listen this week. We're gonna have some fun in Vegas tonight. Maybe Luke Taylor will back some money. Probably not. Cody's probably gonna destroy a Vegas buffet tomorrow. Maybe I'll provide some live updates on that on Twitter, so follow me there at Jake Gasman. What a time it's been. Thanks everyone once again. Took time to listen to all
So
these
both
calls.
the
We'll be
Bears
back on Monday.
and the Vikings
They're scared, MJ.
had to take a corner
They're scared.
to deal with the Packers' non-existent wide receiver. Do I have that correct?
100%.
Sean Mack,
They're scared of Watson.
Coach Suits, or BK, Frank Brother.
Make it make sense.
Have a great weekend, Houston.
Really want me to?
Yes.
Monday at 3 o'clock.
All right, so here's how you gotta look at it. It's the Vikings logic, and there is no logic.
You know, I really thought you were gonna go. somewhere
Okay,
with
yeah,
that one.
no, that works.
Hey, I'm saying, come on, like, hey, I'm gonna keep it light right now. Yeah, what? I don't care about the Vikings.
I'm tweeting it, Eric.
The Watson effect. You know what? I hope Allen Lazard catches for around 1,200 yards.
I think he will. And they'll take another corner.
The Giants are up. Yeah, I think
Who is this man?
Who is this schmuck?
If you talk for more than 5 seconds, I'm throwing you off that stage.
I will walk out there with my non-existent credentials to get on that stage and throw you off that stage.
Oh, Marrow. Hell yeah. That's my guy right there.
Big Narrow's doing a
He's a
giant.
Marrow.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't know who that is, but I'm glad they got a
That's
receiver.
a good pick. That's a good pick.
They do need receivers.
The
But
fact
he's
that
a short guy. Holy
their shit is great.
Oh my gosh, he's 5'8". It's because they're trading Kadarius Toney. They needed to get someone to replace him.
Would you trade
I love that so much.
a 6th round pick or a 5th round? Well, they don't have a 5th round pick, but a 6th round pick for Tony for Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah. But does he meet the threshold?
I don't care. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous.
I really want Bruce to come on. Just tell him to put on his phone or
Do it on
something.
his phone, dude. I don't care. FaceTiming Bruce, guys.
I'll be back.
Okay,
I'm not adding much to your show right now.
that's okay. Neither are we.
We're waiting. Our other co-host is.
We need Bruce.
Yeah, I don't know if I love it in the second round, but I thought he was like treating like.
Did he just give up?
Oh.
I think our man's just gave up. Sir? Bruce just gave up. He said, nope. He said, not today, my mans. Hold up. Where is... Yeah, go share the post.
So I mean,
Yes, Richie.
the last two options we have, at least in this round, that I can see taking. Oh, there's a trade. Texas just traded.
Oh, Texans traded up.
Is this Malik Willis? Because I was gonna say that it had to be Detroit or Washington as my two teams left that would potentially go for Willis. But
They
Texans
could.
are another one that could go for Willis, and they just traded up for him. So let's see.
I'm intrigued now. Malik Willis?
There'll be a video if it is. I might
Yeah?
have to go back on the air if it is.
Did you guys just get off?
Yeah.
All right. Houston is now on the clock. We've got a little bit more action here in Vegas. And the only thing, though, Richie, is Lovie Smith is the coach. So I don't know how much of that is going to happen. But we do have a trade. Houston has plenty of draft capital after sending away Deshaun Watson. So they have traded back up, right?
Yeah,
They traded down, then they traded back up.
correct.
They got Davis Mills, so I don't know if they really need a quarterback. But
But do they really think Davis Mills is the guy? Though?
I sure hope not. Let's
if they
just put
think
it that way.
Davis Mills is the answer, then that's the problem.
I sure hope they don't think that he's the guy. Oh my gosh.
I only see three teams that they could potentially need. It has to be one of these three teams.
I'm just gonna start sending people DMs and see if they want to come on our draft show. See if anything sticks. Now my Bears fan friends are responding to my tweet. Oh my gosh. Because the Bears are playing teams that actually have a receiving core. Okay. Come on, Grandpa. Let's get you to that. Oh, that's fantastic. Jets got the top corner, the top receiver, and the top running back.
Yeah, what the hell? The Jets are on crack. What the hell happened to them?
That's incredible.
Like, did they just take like smart juice all of a sudden? The Jets.
Oh.
Look at his draft last year. They crushed it too. We're actually confident.
Yeah.
My mind, like, what the hell happened?
For the first time in a long time.
Joe Douglas, man, he came from look at the Eagles draft when he was there with Roseman. Like,
Yeah.
He's actually a really good GM.
Yeah.
They just need Zach Wilson to pan out.
They're gonna like this.
Has to
Yeah!
That's a decent pick.
I like that pick. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Get some help. Anybody from Alabama's good.
Yeah.
Anybody, any
And-
receiver from Alabama's good.
And he was, it's funny, he was the guy next to Jameson Williams in Alabama. So, before he tore his ACL. So, that's a very good pick. He is a speedy man.
Now they got.
And they don't have anyone to throw to him.
Is
But
Brandon Cooks still in Houston?
I believe so.
So now they got Brandon Cooks, who's a speedy guy. You know,
And that's a-
speedy guy.
And if I'm going to pick somebody to mentor John Mechie,
Brandon
Brandon
Cooks.
Cooks is going to be on the short list. For sure.
You got two speedy guys. Huh? That's gonna be interesting. Now, and Davis Mills give him the ball. And who knows? They could potentially trade. They have a lot of draft picks. They could potentially trade back again.
Screw it. Let's go get me Davis Mills right now. Why not?
You mean Malik Willis? You said Davis Mills.
Let's go get me Malik Willis. It's the same thing.
One's a tree, and one's
Sorry, giraffe. Get it
yeah,
right.
one's a giraffe, very very long neck, and the other one's a very athletic man.
They could have gotten it 60. I don't know if they
I absolutely love this.
What if the wide receivers got screwed?
We are vibing out here right now, dude. Wow. Yeah, I was just as surprised.
Bruce needs to get his ass on it.
I see by the
He does.
text. They look
Like,
He's not even responding to us.
I know. Either he's not responding to us because he's so focused on trying to fix it,
No, he's
or
just
he's
pissed.
crying himself to sleep.
Literally.
ruins our Alex.
I'm gonna try and FaceTime him again. This is unacceptable. We can't have this around here. All right, well, the pick is in for Baltimore.
Do we care about Baltimore's pick? I mean, are they going to try to make Lamar Jackson happy?
That would be my guess.
Gonna go get him Go get him George Pickens to make up for the fact that they traded his
Traded
best friend.
Hollywood.
They probably thought the Ravens could take it.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, that
probably.
would probably. They don't have. They're in the same boat as the Packers. They don't really have any receivers. They have a really good tight end, probably one of the best tight ends in the league. But
Right, but yeah,
No
they don't have that
receivers.
guy.
so they do need a receiver. I can see them going Pickens. I mean, they got that Alabama guy before Pickens. I know he's got character issues, but
Well,
John Harbaugh's a good coach. He can coach that shit out of him.
the other thing is the character issues that they were talking about are on the field. But like,
Oh,
it's not even an off the field.
Harbaugh
thing.
can coach that out of him. He's a
So
great
I
coach.
really don't see the issue with.
I mean, Marquise
Pickens.
Hollywood Brown was a little bit of a character,
Yeah,
and he managed to nip that in the bud. He's a good coach. I think that a good coach can keep him in mind.
even Lamar Jackson was a little bit of a character. coming
Yeah,
out of college.
yes,
Like,
yeah.
He even still is
Occasionally,
very willing to talk smack on Twitter.
Occasionally, he does have little Twitter offers.
Yeah, so I'm not opposed to seeing that. And they've had a great draft so far.
Yeah, they had one of the best safeties, one of the best offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Philip Bryant coached.
Wait,
Damn it.
the Lions?
No, he coached him, but I mean,
Is that graphic wrong?
was like, hey.
had to.
Yeah, the graphic is wrong. Okay.
David Ojabo to the Baltimore Ravens. Wow. That is very cool.
He's going to be great for them next year.
He's really good.
That is
That
very
man's really
cool.
good.
So they get him and Linderbaum and Kyle Hamilton.
That's
Oh my
disgusting.
God.
He won't play this year, but still.
Yeah, when he's back, he's going to be great.
Right. Wow. That's a really good top three.
They've gotten like the top prospects in their respective positions. Each 3 picks.
Here's the annoying thing about the wide receiver group.
But he's not the top.
Well, one of the top.
He was the top linebacker prospect.
One of the top prospects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooks is good.
And honestly, I think this is one of the best
Nico Collins
situations
is
for
good.
him.
He's not amazing.
Even if
He's going to be good.
Like,
he works out. He's not going to be amazing.
before he had torn his Achilles, he might have gone to Baltimore just in round 1. Like 14 was around where he was projected.
See, everybody has to trade them once. I don't want one. Give me 14.
Wow. I really like
Oh,
that.
and Chicago is coming back up again, so Pickens is still could be available. Unless I mean
They have
Detroit.
2 second-round picks?
They have to come up right now. Yeah, look. In like 2 weeks from now.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, Detroit's not going to take a receiver.
Why not?
I mean, I wouldn't think they would, but
Why
it's
not?
because I mean they did get Jamison Williams, and they have what's his face's brother.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And I think Marvin Jones still running around over there? No, he's on Jacksonville.
No, he's getting paid too much in Jacksonville, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
David Ojabo
Hawkins.
is a very good pick. Honestly, my guess would be defensive back here of some sort.
Yeah, something to help out the defense or corner. I remember ten of them talking about the Lions going corner at some point. Did they bring out more sandwiches? They did.
Oh, more sandwiches?
Oh, this is actual food though, not just
no,
sandwiches. Oh,
I think the sandwiches are gone, Richie.
yeah, but they have actual food.
Right.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. Who is...
That's Key and Peele guy, whatever his name is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that. Josh Pascal. We talked to him in the combine. He had the highest grade for a PFF rusher in college football last year.
So they got 2 edge rushers.
Yes.
That's gonna be.
They're going to be able to get to the quarterback now.
I kind
have-
of like what they're trying to do.
They have set their edge literally for the next
5,
10
15 years.
years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, there's a high possibility Pickens can still go to Chicago.
It's possible.
And
I'd love to see Washington steal.
Oh, yeah, because I listen. I'm rooting for that all the way.
That would be great. Right. NFL Network is on a commercial. We're going to go on commercial real quick here. Take a little bathroom break, get some food. We will be back very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Third Down Thursday is live here from the NFL Draft. MJ and Richie, we will be back in just a few moments. Bye.